Who would do such a thing? A man walks up to unsuspecting women and terrorizes them with shouts of insults and much worse. When they ask him to go away, he does the unthinkable, pepper spraying them right in the face. The brazen suspect is identified as Johnny Young. He's 25, and police say he is a self-described woman-hating incel. The most recent attacks happened here in the upscale community of Costa Mesa, California. Police say he approaches women, alone or in groups, and verbally assaults them to get attention. All of it on camera. Incredibly, when they defend themselves and fight back, he then claims to be the victim. These two women experienced the attacks firsthand. Emily, who only wants us to use her first name, was assaulted in this video posted by Young. When this guy walked up to you, I mean, he got more and more vulgar.
Yes.
And his voice was very scary. I want to die. When she was pepper sprayed, she punched him in the face and bloodied his nose. In another attack, Jessica Estrada raced after Young when he started harassing her girlfriends. Could you tell he was videotaping you?
No, we didn't know at all.
After she was pepper sprayed, she bravely fought back.
I threw my phone at him and I hit him.
Police say that Johnny Young lives out of this white van with a green stripe and has posted similar attacks on women in Las Vegas.
It could have happened to anybody.
Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Hawakwakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect Israelite foreign scattered abroad. And the video you just saw at the beginning was some damn bugged out Edomite going around. He a self-described incel. And that's one of these weirdo dudes who hate women. But he goes around recording himself, assaulting random women on the streets. As you see in the video, he rolls up on women, verbally abusing them and trying to, doing what Esau do, trying to provoke them into altercation so he can respond violently. Like I say, that's the Edomite MO, That's what they do. They provoke you. And then when you retaliate back, they play victim and come with some kind of aggression. But in the video, he chose to pepper spray those women. And I haven't been pepper sprayed directly, but it was some guy in my vicinity, and this shit ain't no joke. So when he pepper sprayed her in that video, she got the full brunt of it. I'm pretty sure she was in a lot of pain and agony. But these in the time we coming in, you're gonna see a lot of crazy stuff like this happening, and especially the women, because like dude say, he's a self-described incel. And, these damn dudes, they sit online, sit in the basement, watching this content. They hate women. And, and with the way the world going right now, people, these men, these people gonna feel, feel like they can do it. Society breaking down. The cops ain't gonna be coming like they used to. And society breaking down. Everybody trying to defund the police, but a lot of these people gonna regret talking about defund the police, because who else your ass gonna call when you in trouble? Most of you people can't defend your damn self. So you're going to have a lot of these incels stirring a lot of stuff. There's plenty of these dudes roaming around. And like I said, a lot of these guys are mad at women. They were rejected, not accepted. and they're gonna be taking out their aggression on women, just like the guy in the video, the Edomite in the video. But right now, I'm gonna read into some of this article. I ain't gonna read all of it. I'm gonna read a couple of key points, and we'll put the link in the description box so whoever watching the video can go back and check it out for themselves. Okay, it's entitled Domestic Violence. Once every 16 hours, an American woman is fatally shot by a current or former romantic partner. The tally comes amid states' uneven attempts to plug loopholes in federal laws meant to keep guns out of abusers' hands. It's an older article, but it's still relevant to today or as to what's going on. Okay, on Thursday, January 28th, Tiana Adams, a 41-year-old mother of three, was gunned down by her estranged husband in a clubhouse of a planned community she worked at in Homestead, Florida. He then wounded one of her co-workers before fatally shooting himself. So a lot of these dudes, pissed off at a lot of these women. They taking with child support, taking their kids from them, divorced them, taking half their money, half their 401k, everything they worked for. And a lot of these dudes seeing no other way out but to be violent. And in this situation we just read, dude took his own life as well. Okay, the next evening, it's just the very next evening now, 44-year-old Cheryl Snyder Trammell was shot several times in Hermitage, Pennsylvania, while attempting to move out on her husband. As she lay down of her wounds, Edward Trimmer texted her father, "I'm sorry that it had to end this way," then shot himself in the head. Now, this sounds like Edomites. I remember, especially the first one I read back in Homestead, so I know that was an Edomite. I remember that case. So these dudes doing murder-suicides. The day after that, on a Saturday night, 23-year-old Ashley Jones was shot and killed along with her boyfriend at her home in Newark, New Jersey. Jeffrey Howland, the 27-year-old father of two of Jones' children, was arrested for the shooting. A neighbor said Jones had gotten a restraining order against Howland a week earlier after the argument left her face bruised. So a lot of these women, are getting judgment. Okay, that's what it's coming down to. I know somebody hear me saying, "Oh, what you talking about judgment?" Yeah, I mean, it's judgment. What happened to you on earth, it plays out as your judgment from the Most High. Okay. For American women, these incidents amount to a typically fatal stretch. According to FBI and state crime data analyzed by the Associated Press, at least 6,875 people were fatally shot by romantic partners from 2006 to 2014. 80% of those victims were women. On average, that works out to 554 annual fatal shootings of African American women by current or former romantic partners during the 9 years examined, or one every 16 hours. So they're saying by their study, every 16 hours in Babylon, a woman is put to death. Of the female victim at the AP study period, 3,100, or roughly 56% of the total women killed, were shot by husbands, ex-husbands, or common-law husband. Another 1,953 women were killed by their boyfriends. So, I ain't gonna read all. I just want to get a couple of key points. Like I said, I'll put the link in the description box, Lord willing. I'm gonna read this part. 3 days after Ashley Jones was murdered by her former partner in Newark, Nishante Alicia Davis, a 26-year elementary school teacher, was found shot to death in a parking lot outside her Fort Washington, Maryland home. She had been heard arguing with Deron Boswell Johnson, the 25-year-old father of her toddler, over a $600 a month child support petition. See, a lot of these guys going to be pissed off about child support, like I say, divorce, women cheating, all manner of things. I mean, I remember a story from a few years ago. A dude, I think he went to, he worked at Burger King or McDonald's or something, and the woman was putting him on child support, and when he couldn't pay it, and he felt he needed to go take the lady out. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it.
County man who killed his 2-year-old daughter and her mother will spend the rest of his life behind bars. John Henry is with us from the Prince George's County Courthouse, where a judge just sentenced Deron Boswell Johnson. John?
Hey, Adam, the judge had some pretty strong words for Boswell Johnson, saying what he did simply contradicts what it means to be human. Now, you may remember 2 years ago, Boswell Johnson killed his 2-year-old daughter, Chloe, and her mother, 26-year-old Nashanti Davis, as Davis was putting Chloe into her child seat. We later learned it was all because Boswell Johnson did not want to pay Davis child support to Davis. Now, the judge made sure to punish Boswell Johnson with the maximum penalty for that crime, 2 life sentences, plus another 40 years on top of that. Boswell Johnson did not speak to the family when given the chance in the courtroom, but Davis's family did. They said they were pleased with the verdict, but it will not help them fully heal.
We've been asked several times, is this closure? It's not closure to us. This will never close. It will never end. This is something that we will continue to feel for the rest of our lives. But we will also forever hold their memories close and dear, which will help us get through this.
Now, Boswell Johnson's attorney said they would like to appeal in this case, but the prosecution is not worried given all of the evidence that came up during the trial. The very latest from Upper Marlboro.
So you see Jake losing it. Jake, killed the mother of his child and the baby because he didn't want to pay $600 a month child support. And Jake ended up getting 2 consecutive life sentences without the chance of parole. So I'm pretty sure he regrets that now. But, what would have been better is go ahead and paying the child support or doing 2 life sentences and never seeing the light of day again. But I'm going to read Matthew 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So people already been going crazy, and now the time we get going into now, people finna really be going crazy because society is falling, is breaking. You're gonna have dudes who still on child support, mad at these women, society breaking down, losing jobs, ain't gonna be able to feed yourself, and you're not getting off child support. Matter of fact, they probably, the child support system gonna go even harder on you. They ain't gonna give a damn that society breaking down, jobs ain't what it used to be, gas $6-7 a gallon. I've heard some people in California talking about gas $6.59 a gallon in California. So soon gas gonna be $6-7 here down south in Georgia as well. People gonna be going crazy. People done took the juice. People are irritable, mad at the world. And they're going to be taking out on their loved ones, they significant others. Okay, verse 12 again, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Tonight, new developments in the death of a 23-year-old black woman who died after a dating app meetup, after protesters demanded answers marching on what would have been Lauren Smithfield's 24th birthday Sunday, carrying balloons to mark the occasion. Smithfields was found unresponsive in her apartment December 12th. Her family now filing a notice of claim, a first step in preparing to sue the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut for its, quote, racially insensitive handling of Smithfield's sudden passing.
I mean, whatever happened that night, we want to know. And we want to feel like that they care as much as we care.
She was found by a man she allegedly met on the dating app Bumble, according to a police incident report provided by the family attorney. The man is 37 years old and white, according to public record, and he called the police, according to the incident report, when he says he woke up next to her and she was not breathing. The man who found Lauren is not currently considered a person of interest. What is the family's response to that?
The family is very insulted by that. They weren't looked at as a person of interest, and we feel that is racially motivated.
Tonight, her death ruled an accident by the Connecticut Chief Medical Examiner. The cause of death is multiple drugs, including fentanyl and alcohol. According to the police report, the man told police that the night before, the two were drinking tequila and Smithfields became ill and, quote, went to the bathroom to vomit. They continued drinking and she fell asleep. The report makes no reference to the two having sexual relations that night. The man says he heard Smithfield snoring around 3:30 a.m. When police arrived before 7 a.m., she had been, quote, dead for at least an hour or more and had dried blood in and around her right nostril. The family is alleging a racially insensitive handling of the case, that their civil rights were violated. What exactly are you referring to?
We know that we seen the response that the nation has given to Gabby Petito when she went missing. We don't have anything that comes even close to that in this particular case.
Their attorney says the family found a note with a phone number on Smithfield's door around 7:30 p.m. the next day. The landlord notified them of her death.
And they're told there's nothing to investigate. He seems like a nice guy. They never quarantined the area. They never collected anything of value.
Instead, according to the notice of claim, the family found their own evidence, including blood-stained sheets and, quote, a pill used as a sedative and a used condom. The Bridgeport police did not comment on the specific allegations made by the family, but in a statement said in part, the investigation remains open and active, and the department offers its sincerest condolences to the family and friends of Miss Lauren Smithfields.
Oh, I never get to touch her again. It's deplorable how they treated us. I see her in everything I do.
All right, Sinclair joins us from here in 30 Rock. So, Sinclair, you mentioned on your story that it was alleged they met on Bumble, the dating app. Has that company said anything, and has the leadership in the city said anything else about this case?
Yeah, Tom. So Bumble, which is a pretty popular dating app, told us in a statement that they've been in touch with law enforcement, but, quote, have not received a request for any information and that they always cooperate regarding investigations. Meanwhile, Bridgeport's mayor tells us that he will work with police to, quote, make appropriate changes regarding death notifications for family members. And that's in direct response to the claims of the family, who say the police did not notify them of Amber's death 24 hours after she passed. The family is also awaiting the results of an independent autopsy, Tom.
Okay, Sinclair, we thank you for that.
They hugged and tried to console one another tonight at a vigil in Queens honoring the memory of a pregnant mother and her unborn baby murdered. 29-year-old Vanessa Pierre's boyfriend arraigned in court today, charged in their death. Eyewitness News reporter Lucy Yang spoke to the victim's best friend tonight.
There were memorial candles, photos of the beautiful victim, and a balloon announcing the baby would have been a little girl. All this too much to bear. 29-year-old Vanessa Pierre, we're told, was a licensed practical nurse on Long Island who was 6 months pregnant. On Friday, as you can see in the surveillance video, her body was dumped on the sidewalk along Horace Harding Expressway in Bayside, Queens. It did not take long for police to arrest her 29-year-old boyfriend, Joey Charles. Authorities believe he is the father of the unborn baby girl. Friends and family gathered tonight on the spot where her body was dumped, heartsick that someone so gentle and giving is gone.
As females, we all want love, we all want family, we all want that picture-perfect life. But unfortunately, she fell in the arms of a psychopath.
Vanessa was supposed to be here right now.
Separately, a few steps away, a group of activists spelled out Vanessa's name in candles and shared 29 seconds of silence for the 29-year-old victim of domestic violence.
It is our job to protect Black women. It is our job to uplift Black women. It is our job to love Black women.
You have a responsibility to protect every Black woman.
She was a sweetheart.
New at 6, we're learning a little bit more about the investigation into the murder of a Western Michigan University student, Anaya Mack.
Police reports reveal that her boyfriend says his motive for killing her involves her relationship with a prominent pastor who is also the president of the NAACP, Strickland. 24-hour News 8's Heather Walker has been going through the reports. She joins us live with what she's learned now. Heather?
Well, the Reverend Strickland, he denies the allegations that he had a romantic relationship with Mack. However, in the police report, it does say that Strickland did, however, contact police about the release of a white Chevy Malibu that was claimed as evidence in the investigation to Mack's death. Now, Strickland said the car belonged to his wife in those reports. Also, according to the report, Mack was part of the choir at Second Baptist Church where Strickland preached. Mack's boyfriend, Lewis, told police the couple got into an argument over her growing relationship with the Reverend, which led up to the murder. The report states that Lewis said he knew Strickland was allowing Mack to borrow his car, but didn't know about the relationship until he grew suspicious when Strickland started stopping by their apartment to pick up Mack more often. Lewis goes on to tell investigators in that report that Mack told him that the Reverend had threatened her. Lewis did not give details about how she was threatened to police, but in that report, it says that the threats were a result of Mack saying she was going to tell people about her relationship with Strickland. Lewis also stated in that interview that once he learned about their relationship, he'd been having, quote, some of the most violent dreams he had ever had, unquote. Now, we did go by the Reverend's home today to hear his response to the allegations. We were told he was out of town, but he did speak to us over text saying it's untrue, saying he had not seen this report, but points out that the information in the report came from the suspect, who is also using an insanity defense. And he added that, quote, I'm trying to be sensitive to the fact that Anaya is possibly not the only life that was lost, but this young man deserves for his family to be given some time to quote as well. Now, Mack's mom also commented, we reached out to her by telephone. She recently moved back to Michigan in order to be present for all the court hearings in this case. She says she also has not seen these reports, but she doesn't care what kind of motive that alleges in there. She says there is no justification for killing her daughter. Reporting live in the Kalamazoo studio, Heather.
Okay, that was a quick little montage of videos of, women getting judged by, their significant other. But in the last one, I want to speak about that. The pastor, that ain't too far-fetched, because a lot of these pastors, they get down like that. I remember years ago, before I was for the truth, maybe like 20 years ago, I had a cousin. She was dating a deacon, and he's supposed to be this righteous dude, and this nigga was banging all the women in the church. So a lot of these pastors, that's what they do. They in it for the women and the money. They ain't no different from your damn rapper, or hell, maybe even your damn drug dealer. All they doing is lying and to get money and women. So I can believe that. The dude may have been pleading insanity because he's trying to get out from this case, but he probably was on to something though if he thought his woman was dealing with that pastor. And they showed a picture, he looked kind of seedy, so he probably would be doing something like that. Like I said, most of them are known to do that. Okay, but this Isaiah 32:9, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Because a lot of these women at ease, they think they can do whatever. They in Babylon. Babylon is the woman, especially the black woman's playground. They can do no wrong here. They can say whatever they want to a man, do whatever they want to a man. And we just seen with Kevin Samuel passing. You seen the evilness that came out of these women over rejoicing over the death of Kevin Samuels. All he did was pretty much tell you the truth. And people, I would listen to one YouTube radio show. I think Tariq Nasheed. You can hear in her voice, she was an older lady, probably in her damn 60s. She was like, yeah, the rhetoric he spread against black women made people want to kill black women and this and that. And I'm glad he's gone. Like, kind of shit. I'll be honest, I listen to Kevin. So I watch pretty much probably 95% of all his shows. And he never said nothing to make someone want to kill a black woman. He just told those women that, to be realistic in your choice. So, I'm thinking like by the logic of what Kevin Samuels said will make people want to kill black women. So by that same logic, when the rhetoric y'all went the last 50 years on Ricky Lake, Oprah, Donahue, all these talk shows talking about the black man ain't nothing, the black man gay, the black man don't take care of your kids. By that same logic, we can say that y'all, the black women, the rhetoric y'all spilled in mainstream media made people want to go out and commit crimes against us. We're using that same logic, right? But I know logic ain't what, a lot of these people tend to use. Okay, they come from an emotional standpoint with all their thinking. It's not logical at all. But rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice. Ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Like that one chick, she met some damn Edomite off a damn dating app and went right back to his house with him. It's another story came out a couple of months ago where some other chick, black girl, met an Edomite on some damn dating app. She came right over to his fucking house and he killed her. Okay, that's ye careless daughter. It's careless as hell. I got family members who do this shit. She meet a guy online and invite him right over to the damn house. I've been telling her for years, man, you gonna fucking crap out with that, man. You don't even go out on a date, talk to the person on the phone for a while. I think she even invited the guy over without even hearing his voice. Just sent messages on an app. Didn't even hear the dude's voice, and this thing, he at a house. But fortunately for her, nothing has happened. Rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice. Ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Verse 10, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And we moving in times that the vintage gonna fail and the gathering not come, meaning all the goodies you've been afforded in Babylon, these good government jobs, we saw that at the beginning of 2019 when the government was shut down. Them women were begging Trump to open up the government, because why? Because most of them are in those government positions. Okay, it's planned. Okay, you ain't gonna get that Section 8, and food stamps, that WIC, among other little goodies Babylon afford y'all. That's what it's saying. The vintage shall not come. The gathering, the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come. So all the little goodies and nice things you're used to, they ain't gonna happen. Okay. Verse 11, trouble ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip ye and make ye bare, and gird sackcloth upon thy loins. So all the things you was accustomed to, the luxuries, the AC, the nice cars. These women got some real nice cars, these Range Rovers, BMWs, Mercedes. They got more nice cars than the men. Like I say, gas, shit, $6, $7. Food, you got baby formula. And that's another thing. Why is y'all women tripping off baby formula? That's what your breast for, to feed your damn child. But most of you simpletons got boob jugs and all kind of shit injected into your breast. You can't breastfeed no way. So we coming in some real times where you women are gonna be troubled. Okay? Gonna be troubled. And it's judgment from on high from Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay, because a lot of you, like the Kevin Samuels thing, that showed a lot of women's true colors. I ain't saying all women were happy, because of course you had a lot of black women who weren't happy. But a large portion of women were happy that a man died who only told them the truth, who didn't do anything harmful to anyone. Didn't incite violence against no one. That was a lie. People like to make up stuff. Okay, this is Sirach 25 and 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, talking about the mind, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. We've all seen and experienced these wicked women. False allegations, paternity fraud, got men on child support for years, dude getting his license suspended, can't get a passport, coming to dude's job, showing out, can't keep a job. Okay, Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Okay. Verse 16, I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Verse 17, the wickedness of a woman changed her face, and the darkness of her countenance like sackcloth. Okay, verse 19, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So a wicked woman is for a wicked man. You know, you want to be wicked, the Most High gonna let you be taken by this wicked ass woman. Okay, verse 22. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. Verse 23. A wicked woman obeyeth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, make her hands weak and feeble knees. Verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. It's talking about Eve. Because Eve is the reason, that brought sin into the world. Okay? And through her we all die. Verse 25, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And that's what all these women got. Liberty to gad abroad. They got damn slut walks now. Ain't that some shit? You got women holding slut walks, proud to be a slut walk. What you got going on there? You got women marching to kill babies. That's what happens when you give wicked women liberty to gad abroad. Doing OnlyFans. Then think they want to find, you gonna after you get done with all this whoredom, you're gonna find a decent man to wife you up. Man, get out of here. Get out of here. I'm looking for Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Okay, a lot of these women, that's a lot, of our scoffers. A lot of these women, especially with me in my personal life. Oh, you believe in the Bible? Prove it. Prove what you saying. It ain't gonna happen. We still here. So that's what he's talking about. Where's the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down like the mire in the streets. That means a lot of these women gonna be deleted, put in bad situations. Okay? That's what it means. Okay, well, I'm looking for Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. Okay, talking about a man, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, to protect you. So you're going to need a man to make it up out of all this. And a man should be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So you ladies, you women, which are Miss Independent, I don't need no man, I can do bad on my own. To make it out what you're going through now, you're going to need a man, not just any man. A man who knows the Lord. That's what they're talking about. Okay. It's Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of fur. So, right now, you got this man-hating campaign. A lot of well, I was just looking at a video we call it Miss Andrew. That's where women hate men. And you got the Me Too movement and the this and the that. But you come in the times you really gonna need your men. So repent, get your mind right, and I pray this lesson found edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Shalom.